You know, yesterday I had the day off. I went to Lake the Ozarks, and today I had to drive back down for work. I decided might as well take the scenic route. So I went along Highway 54, then I went down Highway 73 and got to Buffalo, took down Highway 65, and I saw a lot of farmers with their fields ready to go for hay. They're ready to cut it. They're ready to bale it. They just need some dry weather to do that. If you're watching the forecast hoping you're going to get about 3 or 4 days of dry weather this week, not going to be happening. We will be dry for Monday, probably dry at the start of the day Tuesday. It's once we get later that we will have daily chances of rain, daily chances of thunderstorms that will start to kick back in. And we have had a whole lot of rain. I think we are under the gun about 3 or 4 inches that we can tack on for just this week alone. But it will be quiet for Monday. That's the nice part of the forecast. It's quiet right now. Skies are clear, if the only exception is some of that Canada wildfire smoke that has been rolling in over this weekend, expecting that to still kind of drag on down from Canada to be parked over our place for Monday as well. So we'll be sunny with the exception of that, but you can already start to see some activity that's happening further off into the west that's going to pull gradually closer our way. But we have managed to be quiet because we have a ridge in the atmosphere. Look at the jet stream. It's all the way up in Canada. It's allowing warm air to pipe back in, dry conditions to stay across the Midwest. That holds for tomorrow, and then it starts to break down where the jet stream gets closer, and you can kind of see these blue temperatures. This area of cold starts to rush back in. We're going to see a cold front that comes in on Tuesday and doesn't fully push its way through the Ozarks. Rather, it's going to turn into this stationary front where it's going to be parked in place, and we're going to see waves of wet weather that are just going to ride this front and really increase the risk of flooding as we have multiple opportunities to get some rain over the next couple days. That comes with rain, that comes with thunderstorms, that also comes with some chances of severe weather that we'll talk about in just a minute. But here is a quick look at the rain totals. Widespread throughout the Ozarks. I think the majority of people, about 3 to 4 inches is what we can expect from now to about this point next week when we start to quiet things down. And right now, kind of that bullseye of heavier rain is further off into the west, but I think in some localized pockets, we can get about 5 or 6 inches of rain. I don't expect that to be widespread, but I would not be surprised if some places manage to pick that up. Quiet for Monday. Sunny skies for Monday. Great weather for Monday. Get out to the pool Monday if you don't have to work, because it's our last day before this starts to kick back in. The Storm Prediction Center has highlighted us under a slight risk for severe weather, and it really kicks off later into the day on Tuesday. You can start to see how this plays out on the models where this kind of line of thunderstorms kicks off to finish the day on Tuesday, carries out to start the day on Wednesday. That's that first wave. Not really too concerned with tornado threat. The main concern I have is flooding because we saw 13 inches of rain in April and about 7.5 inches in May, and we'll hear some more that could start to pipe back in. And then the next wave of thunderstorms kicks off later in the day on Wednesday, can carry into Thursday. Every single day this week, we have a risk of rain, and it really kicks off Tuesday night. If I had a percent chance for Tuesday night, I put about 80–90% chance that we see that rain, and expecting it to still continue later on into this week. And we don't fully dry out until we get later into the pattern of next week, and temperatures look a little bit more like spring than summertime. So your 7-day forecast, Monday is nice. Once you get past Monday, there's the rain that starts to come back. I know people are hoping for the summer-like feel to stay. That will not be the case. That 7-day forecast looks like May with more rain and storm chances returning.
You know, Matt, normally we are kind of bullies to you a little bit. I'll say that. Whenever I sometimes bully you about the forecast because sometimes it's not the best. And I will say this one might be my fault because I did put away my rain jacket.
Well, let's not clarify. When you say the best, you're not talking about the performance out. You're talking about the results, the rain. You don't like the rain.
The rain and the cold. Yeah. The rain and the cold. And this time, it could be my fault. I might have jinxed us because I did put my rain jacket away.
Well, if people are mad, blame you.
It's me. It's me. I'm sorry. I'm from the bottom of my heart. But hopefully, maybe after this week, we can finally go back to summer.
I'm ready for summer. Ready for it.
Absolutely. Thanks, Matt. Well,